Hi, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and I'm here today with water, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, March 1st to the 7th, 2020. And I'm just going to jump in. And the first card I got was Seek. And what do we seek? It depends on what we're looking for, I guess. But often we seek wisdom or things like that. So the very first card I got for water was the Eight of Pentacles, and this has been a very prominent card for the last 3-4 weeks. And it's suggesting that we have we're getting to the place where we have mastery in our life, where we are the ones who know what we're doing, and also it means that we teach others, because masters have apprentices, right? So the Knight of Pentacles covers the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is basically the energy of solidarity. They're self-empowered. They don't people don't throw them off balance because they challenge them. They just kind of look at the person and go, oh, interesting, and leave it at that. And what's behind is Six of Wands. And Six of Wands, it's having put in the effort, reaping the rewards, and things are happening in a good way. If you know anything about racehorsing, the amount of effort that is put into horse racing, the building up of muscles, the timing has to be exact. If you over push the horse, he starts to slide down. With you don't push him enough, he's not peak. And so the amount of food. So there's a lot of timing involved with horse racing, and not just on the track, but working with the horses. So our timing has improved. Our timing is becoming stronger. And what's just below us is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is basically taking charge of one's own life, being in control of one's own life. And it's a very positive card. It doesn't mean we win constantly, but we have more chance of winning because we are the ones that are consciously aware of what we should be doing. And what's coming up is a Princess of Wands. So far it's a fabulous card, a fabulous reading. Princess of Wands is all about moving into magical thinking. And that's what we want. We want to move into magical thinking. We want to believe in the impossible being possible. And when we do that, the impossible becomes very possible. And we do get to cavort with dragons and things like that. So what's coming up in the future beyond that, same week, 1 week, remember, is the Empress. And the Empress is abundance of all forms. One of the most important forms is that she understands and knows how to deal with the subconscious. Because of that, she can allow herself to be abundant in many forms, enough of everything, and more than enough of everything. When you're the Empress, you have the whole world at your feet, basically. So there is a lot of things, and that's one major arcana. This is a second major arcana. There's a lot happening behind the scenes we are totally unaware of. This, in this case, is not the hangman as in patience and waiting to see what happens and nothing's moving. There's things happening behind the scenes that we are not aware of. And part of what we're unaware of is our subconscious is coming to the surface to be dealt with. All our wishes, our hopes, our dreams. But with it, with the subconscious coming to the surface, comes old knowledge. And when I say old knowledge, this is eons old knowledge, not just knowledge from when you were 5 or 6 or 4 or 3. It's very old knowledge. And then having said that, I'm going to go back and say, and yes, it could be knowledge coming up from your subconscious to make you aware of how to deal with situations. And because of the subconscious, and there's a lot of energy about the subconscious this week for water, because of the subconscious is pushing things a bit, there is going to be some change, and it's going to be changed not necessarily that you chose so much as change that subconscious chose. If you deal with it right, it will work very well. And then the last card is the Emperor. And the Emperor, with his Empress, is a kind, fatherly, beneficial human being. By himself, he's rigid and non forgiving. But in this reading, he has definitely got the two of them together. So things are definitely moving. And it's very positive. So what basically when it says seek, it's more allowing your subconscious to rise up and then seek the answers. Seek the resolving of the situation. It is, we have so many positive energies around to help us deal with the resolutions of emotional subconscious problems, and everything in our life can be boiled down to the subconscious reasoning and thinking. That it, and I can promise you it's going to be another week like the normal weeks, but there's positive outcomes. There's positive, you can see the glimmers of joy and happiness. You can see the happiness of the inner child going, hey, look at the dragon flying in the sky. Embrace everything that's given to you this week, because it's freeing you up. It's giving you freedom in a way, in a sense that you haven't had for probably many lifetimes. And with that, I'm going to say hi, everybody. How is what's happening?
Moon Feather says, hi ladies, how are you? Jem TG says, hi. Acel sends 3 hearts and says, hello ladies. Yasmin Fox asks, hey, what does M feel about me right now? Thank you.
Basically, the energy hasn't shifted and changed a great deal, and M seems to be fairly solid. And when he feels an emotion, it stays that same emotion. It doesn't go up and down. So basically, it's pretty similar and balanced from this, and hasn't changed dramatically or any. Okay.
Moon Feather asks, I'm just wondering what the spiritual purpose between Lewis's and my connection. Please and thank you.
So there's never one simple answer for that. There's always more than one spiritual connection. You do have a contract with Lewis from before birth, and you two were quite gleeful when you wrote it up, forgetting what it's actually like to live here on Earth. While you wrote it, you said, well, let's do this and let's do that. And so it is a bit hard, difficult, but because you crammed so many things into your contract. But the base one is simply that you are supposed to figure out how to love. And when I say how to love, it's not somebody else. It's not how to love Lewis or how to love anybody else but yourself. So basically, he is helping you learn to love who you are. Okay?
Malipella says, hi, Eliz-sha and L. Gem TG asks, will I get the job with Chase Health?
I think you probably would be better keep on looking for a while longer. And it might be you will get the job, and but I think that in this case you're better off. Just keep looking. Just keep looking for something else. I do believe there is something else coming, and it's probably very similar to where you're looking, and it might even be in the same company but a different area. But the particular job, and I hope I'm wrong, the particular job you're looking for, I think it was already spoken for, but because of law they have to advertise it anyhow. So but it won't take you long to get a job if that's any consolation. And of course I could be 100% wrong. Okay.
Maria Herrera says, hello. Both Malipella asks, what are Gemini's plans / actions towards me?
I don't think he's going to shift anything soon. I think if you want something to happen, like I've been saying, you have to figure out a way to get him to move. It's not that he doesn't love you. I'm 100% sure he does love you. I'm also 100% sure that he has a great deal of fear in his life. And the fear revolves around relationships and being happy. When I said that, I got an image of his parents' marriage, his mother being very unhappy or something like that, and him watching it, and he doesn't want to be the one that continues that cycle. So it's up to you, and you're the one that has to make the choice to move forward. Because I don't see that. Sorry, I don't see that happening with him in any. I don't see him breaking that energy, quite frankly. Okay.
A Positive for Life asks, hi, may I ask what to do? My guy. Hold on. What do my guides have to tell me that's good and I should expect with starting the first week of March?
It has to be good, huh? Anyhow, let's see. It just my whatever it is keeps falling out. What needs to be good? So basically what I'm getting for good is that things are moving for you, but they're moving. It's not fast moving. It's just one step, pause, another step, pause. And honestly, that is one of the best ways of growing spiritually is taking a step, letting it integrate, and then moving forward. Part of the reason you're doing it is You're not powerfully trusting yourself yet. Because, if you powerfully trusted yourself, you wouldn't ask that it be good. You just ask that ask for information, because everything is good. It's just how you look at it. So learn to trust yourself, and you are doing that, and you're doing it the right way. So, because it's like the tortoise and the hare story, you will arrive, and you will arrive probably in fairly good condition. And you have rushed where angels fear to tread before. That's why you do this. But I honestly think it's a really good way of doing things. I always say the slower you go, the faster you arrive with spiritual energy. And this is the case. So you're going to arrive probably faster than people who are bouncing from one course to the next. And what else? And you guys are looking down on you, and they're very fond. There's a smile on their face, so they're very pleased with what you're doing. So just the takeaway would be that things are moving not smoothly, because nothing is moving that smooth for people right now, but it's moving as smoothly as could possibly be for you right now. So congratulations.
Eliz-sha asks, "Hello, ladies. Will my ex contact me again? I just want to talk to him. Thank you."
Maybe you do, but I suspect your ex has moved on, and it will be length of time would probably be years rather than weeks or months. So if you need closure, you're going to have to give it to yourself. All right?
Emily Aquine asks, "Hey, Elisha and Elle, what can you tell me? What's coming towards me, please?"
It appears that I'm not quite sure how to interpret it. It seems to be there's a car full of people coming towards you, so that it might be that you're going to be making a shift in friends, and that happens in spirituality. That happens a great deal, right? That people shift and change friends as the vibration changes. So that would basically be that there's a new vibration coming your way. While your vibrations are shifting, you're going to attract a new energy for your new energy, and so it looks like a new bunch of friends, and they look like they're fun. Actually, it looks like they're a fun group of people.
Champagne C asks, "Hey, Elisha and Elle, can we do a quick check-in on Angel, please, and thank you?"
Okay. I think Angel is starting. I don't know what he's doing per se, but I do think he's starting to shift and move, not in the direction you would like him to move, but he is shifting and moving. And it would it like I say, it's not the direction you would want him to move, but he is moving. So good luck with that.
Tari Alos asks, "Hello, dear. May I ask if you see my boyfriend quit smoking? He is now on electric cigarettes, but to me it looks like he's just gonna switch from a real cigarette to an e-cigarette, and won't stop for real."
Well, it's extremely difficult, especially if he started when he was a teenager. People who start when they're teenagers have a far harder time quitting smoking than people who started later on in life. Um, I feel he's going to have a scare, and that scare will help him to shift and change from smoking, but I don't think it's in the next little while. It may be in the next few months, but not in the next little while. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Jem TG asks or says, "Thank you, love, for answering my question. I'm just ready to get a permanent job and be stable."
Yeah, no, it's coming. And 100% I might be wrong. But I think that what's coming for you is, I suspect it's a job more to your liking. And maybe that job would have been great for you, but at the same time, I suspect you have too much self-worth to want to be in that kind of in that job particularly. I think you care about people too much. Okay.
Happy Tears asks, "My friend Ebony wanted to know if her husband was over because he's been pushing her away."
Her husband, her relationship.
I guess so.
I think it has more to do with the fact that he's stressed out and doesn't know how to deal with it, and he doesn't want her to feel the stress with him, and he doesn't realize that him doing that is actually making it harder for her than if he took her into his confidence. I don't think his intentions is to break up with her. I think it's I think he just doesn't know how to. He has no idea how to deal with his own stress. So he's trying to lock it down, and anything outside of him will cause him to feel uncomfortable. So to suggest to her that instead of trying to push him to open up, she nurture him, give him, make the meals that he really likes, make sure he's comfortable, and be as supportive as possible, and don't act like you're hurt, because he wouldn't understand it. Unfortunately, he definitely would not understand it. So the takeaway is to be very careful with the man, because he's very fragile right now, and that's about all I can suggest.
Miriam M asks, "Hi, how many guides do I have?"
That's as a general rule, people have 3 to 5 guides, and then guides will come in for specific reasons. So there's always, it's like it's in flux. There's no set number. Could be that when you're going through something, wow, this is spectacular, you could get 400 or 500 people watching you and going, being there for you and energetically helping you out. Or it might be very quiet time, and you just sort of, everybody's busy doing something else, and you have one or two guides. So it's always in flux. It's never the same number. You do always have your own mentor, so to speak, the one that you two chose to mentor you or be there for you as you go through life. But for each stage of life, there's quite often a change of guard, so to speak. So when you're 15 years old, you don't have the same one as when you're 30. 15 and 25, maybe you do have the same one, but by the time you're 30, things start to shift and change as a general rule. So everybody has a revolving number of guides at one time.
Jennifer Schwab asks, "Hi, ladies. Hope you are doing well. My husband put his name in for a different position on his
I
second
think
shift.
he's going to get it.
Do you see him getting the supervisor position for that?
I-
Thank you
I-
so much."
I feel that this time he will get it.
Zulmi R asks, Hello, I would like to know if my A1C has been decreasing. I would like it to be in a normal range."
Okay, I'm going to say the same thing. You can buy these machines that will tell you this, and they're far more accurate than I'll ever be. Uh, and if you're exercising and walking and eating properly, and that means eating properly, it should be decreasing.
Kim G asks, "Will my mom ever learn to forgive and grow for the better?"
Kim G's mom. She might, but I wouldn't hold my breath on it. And if I were you, just accept her the way she is and wait for her to be on her deathbed. And that's when a lot of people do that shift and the change. It is still valid as long as it's from the heart. So yes, the answer is, but don't wait for it.
Delilah G asks, "What's in store for me in the future? Anything that stands out?"
I think it's Delia.
Delia.
Something good's coming along because I just saw I saw marshmallows and jumping on a bed. So maybe it's a memory you're going to make, maybe it's a memory you've had that brings you to a good place in life, but something positive is coming your way and it makes you feel young. And doesn't matter if you're 15 or 30 or 50. Sometimes it feels good just to feel like you're a kid again. So something joyful is happening, and you get to metaphorically bounce on a bed and eat marshmallows. Good luck. Have fun with that one.
TT Love asks, "If I were to live with the Gemini, what would it be like?"
Oh, it's never going to be what you think it is. It never is. It might start out the roses and champagne, but after a while, a thorn will come out. And you've got to remember, Gemini are basically two energies in one package, right? So one day they're happy, and one day they're kind of cranky, and things move and change and shift all the time. It would not be horrible. It would not. It would, but it's not the romantic romance that you think it would be. Uh, He would try very hard, but after the romance is gone, you have a relationship where you have to communicate, you have to pay the bills, you have to meet, go to his or your parents for Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year sort of thing. I mean, life will continue, and it's never going to be what you dream it to be. If you can dream more logical, then you've got it.
Megan McCarthy asks, hello, lovelies. I went to meditation last night and I woke up with a sore throat. Is it healing, an emotional healing detox, or just a cold? Probably both.
I think it's a detox, but it's still an actual cold. You still have to do the same things to deal with it as you would an actual cold. So eat lots of vitamin C, vitamin D, drink lots of fluid, and if you can, spend time resting and relaxing, because now is the time to look after yourself. Magnesium and potassium is also something that you probably are a little low on. So just go ahead and look after yourself specifically. I mean, with it's a detox doesn't mean you can keep on doing what you're doing. You still have to look after yourself. Okay.
Megan, your question was just answered.
Yeah, I remember answering it.
Just now, as you wrote, your question was skipped. It was just answered.
Yeah, and it is look after yourself.
Angel Wings asks, will my current partner be the father of my first child in the future?
I doubt it. It's not to say he's not a good person, but I doubt it.
Malipali says, thank you, Elisha and Elle. Christine S. asks, hello, ladies. Does M miss me?
Who? What's
M.
Okay. You had he has minutes of M has minutes of missing you, and then M just keeps on going forward from there. It's not like it's overwhelming and I can't live without out, but it's definitely, yes, there's a little bit there, but not enough to. If you want a relationship to grow, it's not enough to grow another relationship.
Positive for Life says, LOL, true. It is a good way, and I am doing exactly what you are saying too. I love my guides. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Yeah, they can be good. They can also be a pain in the butt.
Princess Nee asks, hi there. What are GP's thoughts about me, especially when we haven't spoken for months?
GP?
Mm-hmm.
I suspect GP doesn't spend a lot of time thinking about the past, honestly. In fact, I suspect GP would be really surprised that you were asking this question. I don't feel that GP is a romantic of any kind.
Okay. Jennifer, are you done?
Yeah.
Jennifer Schwab says, sorry. Thank you, Elisha. He works really hard and sometimes doesn't get appreciated at work for it as much. So it will be really good to see his hard work pay off. He deserves it.
I feel like it was before Elle even finished the question. It seemed like I got a strong yes. Touch wood.
Yeah, I don't even think I fully started the question before Mom started answering it. So, Princess Nee says, thank you. And Megan McCarthy says, oh, okay, haha. Yes, looking after myself, definitely. Thank you so much to you both. I'm sorry, Patricia Scowen. It did not appear, your question did not appear on my screen.
Ask her to rewrite it.
Well, you just did.
Oh, okay.
Could you rewrite it if possible? Again, YouTube eats a lot of comments.
YouTube doesn't eat YouTube. Well, it's better than Facebook.
It is better than Facebook, but it still eats a lot of comments. I don't suppose you see it on yours by any chance, Patricia Scowen? Because sometimes what's on your chat doesn't always appear on mine.
Nope, don't see it.
All right.
Oh, hey Al, you just missed me.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I see up here.
Yeah. So Patricia, if you could,
please rewrite
your question. Again, it's never intentional.
No, but it's I don't have it here either though.
Okay. Yeah, when you're skipped, it's never intentional. It's not on purpose. It's
like I said, if Elle's gonna skip somebody, she's gonna let you know in detail. She is not shy.
I am not shy. And I'm also not always nice.
That's true. That's why I do the readings.
Patricia Scowen asks, hi, something positive for March. Thank you.
Who does?
Patricia Scowen.
Okay. I don't think you want to ask me what's positive in your, again, I think people should be very careful of you asking that, because they're going to answer anyhow how they feel, your guides, and it might be more to your benefit just to ask what is seen. Basically, what I'm getting is that you're going to be that you're going to, in a positive vein, you're going to be very happy that to wake up in the morning and see the sunrise. And that's basically all. That's basically what I'm getting, is that you are going to be very happy that you see the morning. And that could be something else entirely. So let me think for a second. Okay, I did get something positive. There is a young man coming back, and it feels more like a son energy, which might be that it's a nephew, it could be a son, but he's coming back in, and there will be conversation that will clear things up a lot. Okay. And like I say, it feels like a son energy, but not a child energy.
Jagged Leaf Medicinals asks, hello once again, young ladies. Could you please connect with Metatron and
You want a Metatron in a 2-minute reading?
Any words of wisdom?
How about we go with words of wisdom? I mean, that's a pretty highfalutin energy to contract on just for a 2-minute reading. And he's pretty pedantic to begin with.
Also, is it bad that when I read the name, my first thought was Transformers?
No.
Robots in disguise.
Yeah. I mean, I can. He's there, but it's really heavy energy. I would prefer. Yeah, and he's giving me a headache yet, by the way. So, anyhow, Metatron actually has a good sense of humor. So basically, the energy I got rather than the words are that you have everything within you that you need to move forward and continue to grow, and you don't need to rely on outside sources as much as you think you do. You have it. You already have that in. You already have everything you need within you. Okay.
Jennifer Schwab says, I'm very happy to hear that you feel it looks good for him. His boss knows he works really hard, but she has to let HR make the final decision. So I was a little nervous about his chances.
Well, they should listen to what she has to say.
Yeah, she definitely should have a voice in this decision.
Yeah.
Because she knows him better than HR would. Patricia Scowen says, "Thank you. Many blessings. Thank you has many meanings. I did know a very young man who I almost dated." Kia asks, "Hi, ladies. Messages from my guides, please, and thank you."
What was her name?
Kia, Kia.
So they're showing me a very gentle energy, Kia, and that they're showing me that this is you, that you're very gentle, and you have reservations about things, and they're saying it's fine to have the reservations, but at the same time, don't be afraid to move forward on when your heart acknowledges that it's the right thing to do. You have more courage than you have a lot more courage than you give yourself credit for, basically, is what they seem to be telling me. Good luck.
And as of right now, at 44 minutes, that is our last question.
Ah, sweet.
So
that's all right. Metatron still gave me a headache.
And unless somebody comes in with a question, I think we can call it.
Okay, so I thank you very much.
Oh, hold on. Carmelita Gonzalez asks, "Hi, will there be light at the end of my husband's immigration process?"
That's a tough one. I do believe so. The person who's calling the shots wants to be a not wants to be less than conciliatory, but he hasn't got a real reason to do that. So he's not going. That person is probably not going to do that. Is not going to pull the plug. Is going to open things up so that your husband can immigrate and do it properly, of course.
Jagged Leaf Medicinals says, thank you always for your great work. I will refrain from asking you to connect with those highest of beings.
Well, I can do it, but I mean, this is a 2-minute reading, right? And so I go from one energy to another energy to another energy back of, and when it's all in fairly even level, it's not a big deal. We go from here to up there and then back down again. It's kind of entertaining.
Exhausting.
It's entertaining, yes. So if you want something like that, I have a $35 one question, and I can do that easily for you. Also, so if you want more information from Metatron, but yeah, he is a tad overpowering at this moment.
Yeah, especially for a live that only lasts for 45 to an hour.
Yeah. And I don't mind. I mean, nobody's ever done it before, but it is entertaining, to say the least.
And
But I would like you to do. Can you, the woman who asked about her husband, and
Carmelita?
yeah. I would like your backup on that one.
I don't get anything that contradicts you.
Okay.
It's going to go smoothly.
Well, I don't know that it's smooth, but it will go through.
But it will be the
Okay.
outcome they desire smoothly.
Okay. So I just wanted to back that up because.
And Carmelita Gonzalez says, thank you, many blessings.
Good luck with that.
And we can wrap it up.
All right.
I won't wish for more commentaries.
So namaste, and we may or may not be on tomorrow. We have some.
We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Tomorrow's busy, unfortunately.
But then again, every day is busy.
Yeah, but this one's busy, but in another town. So, namaste, namaskar.
Bye, everybody.
Have fun. Thank you for the good questions.